Hey guys, Eric with Rockin H, and I got an airbrush, as some of you know, and I thought I'd just give you a little report on how it's going so far. I got the Iwata Revolution. Here it is. I took it off the hose, but I've been having a lot of fun with it, just learning how to use it. I'm not an expert by any means, so some of you that are pros, feel free to criticize all you want, because that'll be fine. I just like being able to I just like going into stuff, making a mess, and just figuring things out. That's just kind of fun for me. So if I don't take all of your advice, don't be offended. Sometimes I just like to go and just go for it. So let me turn you around here, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So here we go. I'm going to get you straightened up. So here's some products that I've been using. This is my first project that I didn't use the airbrush 100% on this one. What I did was I used airbrush to put the red on. What did I use for red? Well, I have 2 cans of this Viper red, and one of them was about empty. It maybe had a quarter left in it. So I poked a hole in it and put it in this jar, and it was already mixed, and it ran through the gun perfectly. Gosh, it just works really, really well. Look at it. Still really, really fluid in there. So I've been using Knit Up. That's been working awesome. I did go ahead and I bought this to put on a truck. This goes on really gorgeous, by the way. I'll just show you this because it's really pretty. A lot of flake in there. I'm not a big purple guy, but oh, I airbrushed this truck too, and I should have got that out for you. I didn't. I could go get it and show you how it went on. But I went ahead and mixed this. Oh, it turned out to be about 1-to-1. I just used acetone to thin it. I don't think that's right, but I used it anyway. And so this is L3437 Grape Effect. This is a peat color off of 579. Let me grab that for you. So this is how it looks. Check that out. That's a pretty color. Again, not a perfect paint job by any stretch, but I'm pleased for learning. I mean, it was pure learning, so there we go. But back to this truck here. So I put the red on with the airbrush, and then I taped. Then I went ahead and sealed it with the red. Then I painted the silver, sealed it with the silver after tape. Then I went ahead and painted white, and then this is what we have. This particular truck is not a masterpiece by any stretch, but the guy said, you know, Eric, it's good enough for me, so I'm going to take it. I told him I was ready to repaint it, and he's like, no, I want it now. Okay, your call, buddy. It's your truck. So this truck here is a 359 3-tone, and everything was taped and painted. So learned a lot doing this truck. Holy cow, did I learn a lot. Again, not a perfect paint job, but the guy wants it and he's happy with it. And I took really good photos, like close-ups, saying, hey, here's a blem, here's a blem, here's a blem. And he's like, fine, it's perfect. Okay, so I'm using acetone to clean the airbrush. So I'll run it, I'll wipe it all off with a rag in acetone, and then I run acetone through the gun. And then I'll usually pull the needle and wipe that off real well. And then when I use it again, I usually just run a little acetone through it, just to, before I put any paint in it, just to make sure everything's working right. So just a splash of acetone, just a tiny bit. And then I mix paint and go on down the road. So those are the things I'm doing thus far with that. One product, I was looking for a clear coat, so I bought this. And this is gloss clear, and this is, it says ready to spray lacquer. I like it. Man, it's working. This was shot with that. Boy, you can see right here, that's not very good. But the top and the hood look pretty good. Anyway, but this stuff, man, you just put in the gun and off you go, or in the brush. I am transferring all my paints and fluids with just a syringe, because then I can kind of measure up basically how much I have in each, you know, I could measure it by cc's, you know, 20 cc's of this, 20 of that, and here we go. So that's been working pretty well. Then I just clean it, and then it's ready to go again. So this thing cost me $26 at O'Reilly Auto Parts here in town. Worked really, really great. I mean, it's just going, man, it's just working great. That's working well. I'm liking this. This was fun. This is about 26 bucks, I think, for 2 ounces of grape effect. And what else can I tell you? Man, it's just exciting to have a new toy to play with and learn how to use. I'm kind of enjoying the process. That's good. So I just hook up my regular pancake air compressor over there. I just run my hose over to here, and then I put another regulator. I could have used the regulator on my air compressor, but I wanted one right here so I could not have to walk back and forth. It didn't cost much, and it's got a water chamber on it too, so that it collects the water if it's in the system like that. And then you can just adjust it. Running about 20 psi on the airbrush right now. And then bought this little extra hose so I can get over here to the paint booth, and that's about the way it goes. So I'm still using, I know you can criticize my Krylon primer, but it works for me. That's about the only primer that I'm using right now, but it seems to work well for me, and so far none of my paint is coming up anymore. It's all staying on the model, provided I let it cure long enough. I ran into that this weekend where I got a little eager and pulled tape too soon, and my top coat come up. That was just part of me not being patient, and that's really all that is. It's just my fault not being patient. But now that I know, I will be patient and not pull tape until the next day when it's fully cured, and that'll be better. Or at least on this tri-coat, that's what happened. I don't know if I'd do it on a two-tone, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's what I got. I just wanted to give you a little update, what's happening, and thanks for watching. Don't forget, guys, if you want all the tutorials that I've got in series and sequence and all that good stuff, go to the diecastlab.com. That's where you're going to find all that stuff now, along with white papers, downloadable things, and other goodies, live links to stuff I use. All that stuff is right there in the Diecast Lab, so check that out if you haven't. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can get live notifications when I do go live or something happens new, so make sure you click live notifications, and that'd be awesome. So that will be great. You'll stay informed, and everyone will be great. How many times have I said that? All right. Catch you later. Bye.